Supergirl season 5. So we're finally at the well, I guess the season right before the last season. I almost said the last season. I was trying to correct myself, but then I was trying to find the correct wording. Season 6 is the last one, and kind of glad to almost be done with this show because I actually don't feel like this show suffered from much of the seasonal rot that CW shows tend to suffer from. But it and I feel like in some ways it improved, but there's still enough of that seasonal rot there that you're like, all right. What I like about these seasons is the show gets on. It felt like this show became more of an actual Supergirl show. I felt like there were less. Let's just sit around and do this human problem stuff. And don't get me wrong, I like that stuff, but you actually see more of the Supergirl stuff, which I kind of didn't really expect because you kind of assumed that they wouldn't do that. This season, the episode cut was cut down to 19 episodes, and and really it is 24 episodes if you count the Crisis on Infinite Earth event, but of course that's a episode that's like attached to multiple different shows, so can't really say it is part of the it is, but it isn't, and that's a cool event. I like seeing all the different characters and the way they go about that. It's really sad that the shows did it before the movies did it, but it will definitely be a lot better if the movies ever get a chance to do it. I'm curious how they will do it because there's so many legacy DC actors in film and TV that they could bring in for all that. I'm very, very curious if we'll ever get that in the movies. But it is really cool in the show. But yeah, I just like that the show kind of changed to being more of the fantastical Supergirl isms that feel closer to the comics. Even though this show is kind of abandoned the comics and kind of just done so much of its own thing that I think people who watch this show in preparation for that new movie coming out will be very shocked with that movie. As someone who understands both, I can kind of separate both, but I understand if you don't, it kind of could be a little bit its own thing. I do really like this show. I feel like this show is kind of improved by this season, even though there is some seasonal risms. They're not bad, but they're here. And yeah, I'm excited to see what the last season has to offer. And then yeah, more Supergirl reviews will come later on. I want to talk about Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, and I want to do a video on the Supergirl movie. So that'll be coming probably towards May though. Or June, somewhere in there. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Let me know your thoughts.